Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. This is going to be the 5-month update for the experiment. This is a project I am doing in collaboration with Jessica and Amanda. A few other friends have joined in on Instagram as well, and that is very exciting. Basically, the whole point of this project is to see if the numbers we used for our how many years of product do we have video series are accurate or if they are way off. We each use makeup differently, so it's interesting to see. It might be right for one of us, but it might be way off for another one of us. And we won't know until the end of the year when the experiment is over. If we did how many years of blush do I have, how many years of highlighter do we have, how many years of lip products do we have, and how many years of eyeshadows do we have. It was quite a task to figure the amounts out, but we did it with the help of a formula we found on a Reddit makeup rehab page. And those are the numbers we've been using this year. We picked a year's worth of product according to those numbers, and we're trying to see if we could actually pan those products in a year, which is what we should be able to do according to the formula. For blush, I said that I use blush 6 days a week, 2 times a day. That is because I always apply a cream blush followed by a powder blush. Based on that information, the formula stated that I should be able to use up this entire blush, all of these Bare Minerals powder blushes, plus this Maybelline cream blush that I've been using all year long. Because I don't always wear makeup in the same way, the same fashion, I decided to create a little bit of a formula to make this work for me. So I counted how many days are in each month and took out the Sundays, which would make it 6 days a week. And then I multiplied that number times 2. For the month of May, I needed to use blush 54 times. So that's about 27 times that I use the cream blush and about 27 times that I use a powder blush. I did hit my goal, plus I went over by 5. That's a really good month. I am counting overages. Just in case over the summer, there are some more days that I miss than days that I wear makeup. I'll have a little bit of reserve to cover me. But otherwise, if I still have overage in December, I'll just stop when I've hit my goal for how many days and end the project a little bit early for those categories. So I have overage, it's all good, I'm counting it. So I actually used those blushes that I showed you a total of 59 times. Obviously, I'm using this only cream blush every single time that I wear makeup, which I believe was every day over the last month. There were 31 days in May, so I think I used this 31 times. This is the only cream blush in the project. It's the only cream blush I have in any project. So every day that I wear makeup, I apply this cream blush. This was a domed putty-like product. It's called Bouncy. It is bouncy, it's squishy. I like squishy things. I like squishy makeup. And it is flattening out quite a bit. Still enjoying this blush. I like it very much. I have no complaints about it whatsoever. Very curious to see if this will be gone by the end of the year. As far as all of these other blushes, I'm really not using these 3 powder ones at all right now. I would like to, but the truth is, if I can finish any one of these other blushes first, I will zero in on this one. I don't want to spread myself too thin, especially since one of these blushes is in my Pan That palette for this year. That's my main priority. That's the little depotted blush. So this one gets the most use out of any blush in my collection right now. I'd like to finish this before the end of the year if possible. But sometimes I get a little sick of that peachy pink shimmery shade, and when I do, I go right for this one right here, my little Too Faced blush. Somebody mentioned last month that Haley from the Makeup Breakup was panning this last year. I don't follow Haley's individual channel. I follow Kat's individual channel and I follow the Makeup Breakup or Brit Beauty News, but I don't follow Haley because she's got such a potty mouth. I can't watch her in front of my kids, but I like her. I like her very much. I just can't watch her because of her potty mouth. But somebody said that it took her a ridiculously long time to pan this last year, and she was really frustrated by this. So I found that to be very interesting. I am getting some use and wear on this, even though I only wear it a couple days out of the month. It's nice to see that that little TF logo is disappearing. So that's where we're at with blush. For highlighter, because I have the same system, I set the goal of using it 6 days a week, twice a day, using a cream highlight topped with a powder highlight. I also hit my goal +5, 59 times. Really exciting. According to the formula, the highlighters that I should be able to pan if I use them 6 days a week, twice a day, are these two cream and liquid products. This is a liquid highlighter from Becca. This is a cream stick from Trestique, plus this entire pan from L'Oreal, plus this powder from Bare Minerals. I am not using this powder really at all from Bare Minerals right now. My goal is to try to hit pan on this. I feel like that would be very encouraging for me to hit pan on it, and I feel like I'm close. I have been using this like every day, -1. So I'm aiming the brush right there every single day, and obviously this pan is fairly deep, but no pan yet. I think it's possible that I might be able to hit it by next month, but I kind of feel like I said that last month too, so we shall see. I'd like to hit pan on this. I'm not really using this at all. Same thing for the highlighters. I have two cream highlighters. I can't use them both at the same time, so I'm working on this one first, and once I finish this, I will start using this one. This is the Becca liquid highlighter in Opal. It is a beautiful product. If I could only keep one liquid highlighter, it would be this. This is all I really need. And this is also in my 2020 Vision project pan. And I feel like I have made some good progress over the last month. And I really enjoy using it. Once I finish this, I will start working on this one. I feel like the hardest category for me to hit my goal on from month to month is lip products. It doesn't seem like it should be that hard, but it is. If you saw all of the makeup products I'm currently panning, you would have seen that I have a ton of lip products across all of my project pans, and really that's the only explanation for why it's hard to meet my goal on lip products for this project, because I'm trying to rotate through multiple lip products every day, and I'm just spreading myself too thin. For this project, according to the formula, I should be able to use up this entire tin of Victoria's Secret lip balm that was brand new on January 1st, along with this Trestique matte lip crayon as well. Every product that's in this project was brand new on January 1st, by the way, if I didn't say that before. Every product in this project was brand new on January 1st to make the formula valid. My goal is to use these 3 times a day, 6 days a week. According to that, I should have used these a total of 81 times. I did meet my goal +1. I actually got to 82 this month, so it was a relatively good month, but I'm telling you, it is down to the wire for the lip category every month. I still have not hit pan on the lip balm, but I've expanded the dip. We have the Grand Canyon going on in this lip balm. I've almost reached the sides around the entire pan. I use this every single morning after I brush my teeth and every single night after I brush my teeth. Sometimes I can get in a third use if I'm having really dry lips, but a lot of times I've already applied like a lip gloss from my purse like midday. As far as this Trestique crayon, I'm wearing it today. I've absolutely fallen in love with this color. I actually think that I will do a Shop My Stash for this particular shade as I get closer to finishing this up, because I really like it. I'm shocked. I never go for these kind of bold colors, but they do seem to work a little bit better on camera. I use this a lot more consistently during the month of May than I have in previous months, and I think it shows. I never marked this on paper since this wasn't like a project progress kind of situation. The goal is to use this up entirely by the end of the year, but I feel like it's looking a little stubbier, and I like it. What is going on over there? is cold. Okay, finally, let's talk about the eyeshadows. When I entered my usage into the formula, I stated I committed to using the eyeshadows in this project 6 days a week, 4 times a day. If I knew then what I know now, I probably would have given myself a little bit more wiggle room and said, yeah, I'll use these 2 times a day, because you know, it's been a little tricky to meet the quota from month to month, but I've been doing it. According to those calculations, I should be able to use 14 brand new pans of eyeshadow in the standard size, like a MAC or a Makeup Geek size pan of eyeshadow. That seemed a little lofty to me from the start. Still seems a little lofty, but the goal for the month of May was to use those eyeshadows 108 times. I hit that goal plus 5. Yes. Very proud of myself for getting 5 over. I feel like I've definitely gotten in the groove with the eyeshadow. The blush and the highlighter usage has been easy for the most part. The eyeshadow is getting easier. Now it's just getting the lip usage to where I need it to be, because the last 3 days of the month I'm cramming to meet my quota. All right, the 14 eyeshadows that I should be able to finish this year if I use them 6 days a week, 4 times a day, are of course the round pans in my Pan That palette. Now I am filming this on the same day I am filming my Pan That palette update. I do that every month. So this looks exactly the same as it did when I filmed my Pan That palette update. I filmed this on the 1st of the month or the 2nd of the month, and then I posted on the 11th because of my busy schedule. But yes, these are the pans that I should be able to finish. As you can see, I have not hit pan on any of them. I barely have a dip going on most of them. I feel very, very far away from my goal. The ones that I'm using the most are definitely Soft Brown from MAC and this Whimsical Shadow from Makeup Geek. Those 2 are in almost everyday rotation, but I do use the other ones occasionally. I like them all very much. I'm just not seeing a ton of progress, except for this guy down here. And I really didn't use him very much at all over the last month because I was focusing on the purple shadow in my Baby Pan That palette. So in addition to those 9, I should also be able to finish these 5 right here. No pan. However, every day I apply this Coca-Cola shade from Makeup Geek, I think I'm going to hit pan. I mean, I have to be close. I am so far down there. And although it is hard to see on camera, I have a huge dip. Oh, there we go. I have a huge dip on Shimma Shimma as well. I think it's possible I could have 2 pans by next month's update, which is still far, far away from using all 14 by the end of the year, but at least it would be encouraging to see a little bit of shiny pan poking through, considering how much I know I've used them this year. What do you think, guys? I know I'm light-handed, but come on. This Quarry one's getting a little bit of a dip too. I'm still a long way away from hitting pan, but it's nice to see that dip showing up in the camera. I use this quite often as just a lower lash line shadow, so I don't use too much of it, but consistency is paying off. I do feel like this project has made me more accountable with my makeup use up than ever before. I've always used project pans as a way to kind of narrow my options from day to day in a good way. I mean, like, I have so much makeup that if I looked at all of it and had to choose one of everything to do my makeup, it would be very overwhelming. So project pans have always been very good for kind of streamlining my choices in the morning for when I'm getting ready for work. However, I also used project pans as an excuse to add in more variety. So anytime I got sick of using what I was using, I'd start another project to bring in something different and give myself some more options, and in a sense to cheat on the project I'd already started. You know, I was already working on a project, and rather than sticking with those shadows and finishing them like a lot of very good project panners do, I was like, oh, a new project, new eyeshadow, gotta focus on that, give me more variety. And that worked out very nicely for me, but I can see now that it also deterred me from my ultimate goal of finishing what I had already started. And I don't know if you've noticed, I am doing a lot of projects, but I'm not doing as many projects as I was doing last year. I've slowed it down just a little bit, and a lot of it's because of this experiment. There's just not a lot of wiggle room. I cannot add in another highlighter. I will not use it. I cannot add in another eyeshadow. I won't use it. I cannot add in another blush or another lip product because I'll never use them, because I have to meet my quota for this project every month regardless. So yes, it has been very restrictive, but it has also kind of taught me how to focus a little bit more on project panning, more so than I have in any of the previous years that I was project panning. There's just no wiggle room. And I know that if I want to meet my goal from month to month, I can't add anything else in because I'm already up to here with those 4 categories, particularly lips, eyeshadow, blush, highlight. There's some wiggle room for face products like primers, setting sprays, foundations. There's some wiggle room for bronzer. There's some wiggle room for under eye concealers. I mean, there's not a lot of wiggle room. It's been really tough, but it's also taught me how to be even more focused on finishing things than ever before. And I'm really grateful for that lesson, because there were times in previous years where I'm like, how are they doing it? Because I'm doing it too, and they're doing it way faster than me. And now I realize, like, oh yeah, I would have never stuck to this kind of regimen if it hadn't have been for this project. It really has forced me to be more disciplined than ever before. Way more disciplined. All right, that's it for this update. I hope you guys check out Jessica and Amanda's updates as well. I will leave theirs linked down below. They always get theirs posted before mine. So before I post my video, I link their most recent updates in my description box so you can catch them directly. So I hope you do that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.